guys, it's Friday, and you know what that means? It's time for Skyrim. Oh yeah, I've been waiting all week for this. I'm so excited. Um, yeah. So I don't even know what to say about that. It's time for Skyrim. um, yeah, I've been super excited about it. Again, another week of way too much overtime. So I didn't do anything. So who knows? We'll see where this leaves us. Anyway, I think today's the day we gear up and we fight those vampires once and for all. Show them what's what. Alrighty, guys, let's get into the game. Gear up and we fight those vampires. Sound check. I think we're good. It sounds clear on the app at least. All right. Bum bum bum. Let's see, make sure this actually works. OBS just updated, and sometimes it likes to mess with my presets. Yay, there we are. Yes. Okay, so we need health potions. I think we're set on like potions of cure disease. I think that's totally fine. We are carrying way too much nonsense. Oh my god, what am I carrying? A fiery battle axe of souls. We can go hang this up somewhere. Oh! Oh, this updated. No. No, we're not doing survival mode. Oh, that's right. The update is here. I have not installed any of the new content. Honestly, I was a little afraid it was going to tank this game. So that's for reals. Ooh, my speed, hold on. Nope, that's the wrong button. Until I've been playing other things. Alright, that's a little less nauseating, I hope. Yeah, I've just been a little bit concerned about, like, installing... Bethesda, I love you, but, like, I need to give it, like, a minute. I think eventually this is going to be all stabs up here, but we're just gonna stick this battle axe here for the moment, because it glows. It's also very heavy. Oh, yeah. So, basically, I walked in here and took off nothing. So what are we actually carrying here? 337 Sun Halib arrows. Seems spicy. Let's see what we can upgrade. Get ourselves some of those smithing points. And then, yeah, let's go shopping. Sorry, but that popped really loud. Anyway. I also think we're starting to have enough ingredients to finish some of these guys. So that's super fun. So we probably need some ebony. And more ebony, iron, or calcum, and probably steel and quicksilver? Whoa, that thing's pretty tight. Wonder if I should give that to Lydia for this battle. Probably. I know I'm making a crazy face. This is just me all week. Or calculus, but just gonna take all of it. Yeah, we'll take some of these. We're just gonna see what we can do. I do think I want to make a few more of those sun hallowed arrows though. Just for funsies. We have any? Yeah, we have some quicksilver up here. We do not need to carry that many though. Okay. First things first, do I have my smithing doohickey on? I do not. Okay. See that bar going up a skosh. Okay, so I'm gonna give... I want to call her Lydia. That's wrong. Serana. Here.
If you think it'll help.
So I'm going to give her this ebony bow of petrifying. And then let's see what we've dumped in her inventory. Oh, nothing. Fantastic. So let's put our ingredients in here. So all week here in the Central Valley, it has been so foggy, like so foggy. So I work graveyard, so it's not like I really see the sun a whole lot to begin with, but when it's like mid-morning and it still looks like Silent Hill outside, you know, it's a little disconcerting. Alright, are we carrying... Okay, do we have anything we can learn? No, we already know that one. Okay, I think those are actual potions we want to come over here. I wish I could slap a sign on it like Minecraft. Bone meal. Alright. Alright, bookshelf. Do my bidding. Well, I guess we'll just have to sell that one. I like how one of the notes is still, like, actually bloody in here. Pardon me. I might hold on to those. 25%'s really good. Oh, I forgot we got cool armor last time. Now we're gonna run around like a Volmer, but not a betrayed, as our friend would have said. All right. Anything needing up, you know, repairs? Like, this is the big show. No. Yes. Alright, let's grab out some of these, our many... So... think after all these years, I would remember I have to actually be in my inventory and not in the chest inventory. That's pretty good. And then I won't keep all of those. I just wanna... Alright, looks good. I think that's enough, Oh, I see something on the security camera, but that's okay. I think it's just someone delivering food. Probably the big city is the way to start this off. You know, we haven't slept in a bed in a moment. Probably not the worst idea.
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed, and my working days are done.
Hi.
Welcome to the Winking
Can I have a room?
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
It's fine. I got it. I know the way by now. Except I don't know the way. Oh.
From the castle, you used to just be able to see Solitude over the mountains.
Guys, did
It's
they
exactly
move the
what I
bed?
imagined.
I think they moved the bed. I have a feeling we're gonna see some different things since the update. I did have an update for Skyrim that was like 4 gigs, so we'll see. I mean, clearly, it asked me if I wanted to play survival mode.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
I feel like that could be really fun, but if you're like role-playing for it.
Coin or two for a veteran? It's not much to ask.
Okay.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for.
I'm sure I will. What do you have for
So
sale?
you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
Yes. Some very specific ones, in fact. I think we're good on cure disease. I think we have a bunch of those. I will take these, though. And these. Okay, so that's all of that. Let's see what we can trade her for. Now, do I have potions of my own to sell? Probably. Yeah, that works for me. Alright, Angeline.
Don't forget
I'll
me
see you in a
next
few
time you need
days.
herbs and potions.
Hopefully by then I have saved the world again. Welcome to Bits and Pieces.
said you got here. What do you need?
What's for sale?
A bit of this and a bit of that.
What you got? Yes, please. And more of those. And that one. Okay. Oh yeah, we're not gonna use that. Or that. Or that. We already have one of those. Guess we're selling that too. Look at us go. Perfect. Okay, so what does that take us to for health potions? Okay, we got 11 little ones, 6 medium ones, and then like several extra large.
Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
Well, am I still carrying? Oh, is it that? Yeah, let's go and try to sell that. Is it Baron? Yeah. He might have some good loot.
Yes, Dovahkiin. How can I help you?
Oh, I love when you use my formal title. Hello.
Seems there's no end to the finest weapons and armor.
Apparel. Alright. We all... See if he has anything cool to trade for. Major smithing, huh? I don't think so. Well, I guess we'll take 2 of these. And that works. I'll take it.
Return anytime you need arms or armor.
Oh yeah, that really dropped our weight down. Okay. Let's drop these smithing supplies off. I think we're just about there. I think we can get away with like 300 and some arrows. Goodness, I hope so. I don't know why I'm carrying that around. Definitely don't need it. I think we have a chest of like household items that we could stick that in. You know, the upstairs is still not finished too. Oh yes, I believe it's this chest. Initiates Ewer. I like the irony that this is a stolen lockpick. Okay, alright, let's have this dialogue with Serana here.
Oh, what is it?
Verther was saying something about vampire blood and the bow.
It sounds like that's the last bit of the prophecy. The blood of a daughter of Cold Harbor can corrupt the bow.
And you're a daughter of Coal Harbor.
So I am. I guess we could use my blood. Do you have any arrows? Elven arrows? I'm not going to just bleed on any old thing.
I'm not going to take your blood right now.
Oh, all right then.
So are you ready for this?
I don't think you can ever be ready to kill your parent. I'm doing my best to not think of him as my father anymore.
Let me, yeah, I know. That's just a good way of thinking about it.
We didn't all get to have parents like yours. Sometimes this is just how it is.
Hey, Mega Terra Nova. We are ready to fight some vampires. Finally.
Yes?
Cool. This place is downright frosty. But yes, it's very cool. Can't remember if this connects to the side. Alright. Ring of Major Archery. And I guess Solitaire is probably the way to go for now. And Ariel's bow. Everything gets a sun-hallowed arrow from here on out. Right, waiting for... You know what? Let's start strong here. I mean, we have all these people who can help. Okay. Well, that's the first lot of them. I guess we'll just take all of it.
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
She complains about literally everything. Hello, silver jeweled necklace. Thank you.
Find all of them. Don't let any of them get away.
I mean, I don't think we were planning on it. These arrows are pretty spicy though. Okay, you're not telling me neither of those is like... Let's go this way.
Who's there? That'll teach you.
Oh, these are so good. Actually, how much is that dwarven bow worth? We'll take it for now. Okay. Oh, we've already lost a troll apparently. Yeah, it's siege on a castle, but I'm going to stop and steal literally everything. I'll take that. Really? Come on. Whoa. That's a cool ass jar. Man, that doesn't go anywhere. Hope you guys weren't waiting for me. Ooh. That's creepy. this room? Look, I get you guys are vampires, but playing with your food's a little much. Am I going to steal a chest full of human hearts? Yes. Another Hawkeye. Fantastic. Alright, let's go open the door for those guys. I'm a little freaked out that that keg definitely is covered in blood. Let me just check to see where we are on power here. We're doing all right.
For the Dawn Guard! For Skyrim!
For the love of cheese.
Serana, my darling, I see you still favor keeping a pet.
You know why we're...
Of course I do. You disappoint me, Serana. You've taken everything I provided.
Let's prepare Dawnbreaker just in case.
Provided for me? Are you insane? You destroyed our family. You've killed other vampires all over some prophecy that we barely understand. No more.
Not gonna get in the middle of that.
Done with you. You will not touch her.
So, I see this dragon has fangs. Your voice drips with the venom of your mother's influence. How alike you've become.
No. Because unlike her, I'm not afraid of you. Not anymore.
And you.
It's very Dracula of you. Okay, so Sun-Hallowed Bow. or sun-hallowed
It's
arrows.
over. He's dead. And the prophecy dies with him.
Sounds good to me. That thing is so cool and disgusting.
So, the beast is destroyed.
Yep.
Not only that, but Ariel's bow is in safe hands. The Dawn Guard will now be dedicated to safeguarding it, making sure that prophecy will never come to pass. You've served Skyrim well. Even with these vampires gone, the fight isn't completely over. Once we're settled back in at the fort, there will be more work to do. We'd be honored to have you join us.
Sweet. Hey, are we lagging over here? No, it's just the app. Stupid app. Anyway, well, once again, we have proven that monologuing is worthless. What was that? Less than 10 arrows? Even his gargoyles took more hits than that. Jeez. I mean, I don't know. I want to say, at least in my opinion, the longer the monologue, the shorter the fight. Anything good? Got a garnet. I'll take that. Yeah, no, this was lame. Anything else to say to Isron? Nah. Pretty badass, though. Alright, well, that was fun.
Well, now that's done.
So, what will you do now?
I'm not sure. I'll probably stay with the Dawn Guard for as long as they'll let me. They're respectable fighters, and I think they see the benefits of having a vampire on their side now. Of course, if you've got any more adventures planned.
I don't... Sure.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Alright. I kind of want to get that bow back before I send her on her way. I'm really surprised that more of these gargoyles haven't, like, done their thing. Have we missed any locations in here? Oh, awesome. I guess we found the basement. I bet it smells so bad down here. Alright, well, that's a lot of bones. Well, apparently I earned a level up somewhere along the line. Oh, there was like more? I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything before we leave this awful place. A lot of Imperial bows here. Should take your gold. all your gold. Oops, I didn't want those tongs. Yeah. I always like the dummy that has the bucket on the head. It's pretty funny to me. It kind of reminds me of like something from the Disney Robin Hood, the one with the foxes. I don't know why, it just has that silliness to it. Alright, this place is gross, let's go. Well, let's do a big old save. Alright guys, so, we're kind of ready to do whatever. Any suggestions? What do you guys want to do? I mean, we have a pretty full quest log here. Let's see here. We can return to Solstein. I think there's a couple, I think we're missing one black book. There's the other quest line involving the ash spawn. I don't know, my app was frozen on my phone, so here we are. Anyway, so there's another quest line involving the ash spawn at Raven Rock. We could do Galdar, that's like a 3 or 4 part one. We could always do something like join the Thieves Guild, return to the College of Winterhold, or we could initiate like the Dark Brotherhood quest line. I'm really open to suggestions, so you let me know. Yeah. We also have 2 Daedric quests, I believe, that we have not finished. Boethia and Azura. But let's drop off some loot. No sense in carrying that around. Okay, as cool as Ariel's bow is, I don't want to drag it around forever. I mean, it's good. Let's just look at its stats for a second. So damage 107 versus our glass bow. Oh, actually, it is kind of better. 814. You know what? We can leave our glass bow here for now. And then... Okay. It still does 20 points of sun damage, whatever we hit. Oh, we only used like 30 of our arrows. That's pretty good. So sunburst attack. Alright. So our old gear there. Finish the Daedric quest, then Thieves Guild. Okay, we can do that. Alright, and then we did pick up 4 human hearts, because of course we did. And then, oh, I should have put like apparel and stuff down here. Apparel. Alright, so let's do Azura first then. Mostly out of laziness on my part. That Bone Hawk amulet's pretty sweet. And a Bone Hawk ring. It's pretty cool if you're doing like a destruction build. 20% less to cast. That's a big chunk. Alright, anything unnecessary? Oh yeah, that dwarven bow. Oh, we did pick up, let's see here. We did pick up Harkon's bow, which kind of just looks like a katana. Yeah, let's put Harkon's sword somewhere. We have earned ourselves a trophy. Maybe in one of these. Alright, well that feels pretty good. Oh wait. What is this? Oh man, they've changed a few things in this game, haven't they? Okay, let's actually go down. I'm just really curious now. If I open up the crafting bench here, can we suddenly make... Wait, we can make an aquarium? Guys, I gotta know. Let's go get some quarried stone. I gotta know. This is wild. Maybe the quarried stone is all downstairs now. I gotta know what a Skyrim aquarium looks like. This is so nuts. Maybe it's in here. Quarried stone. We don't have enough. Okay, we'll just grab some from outside. Okay.
Let's move faster. The sun is... That's not great for my skin.
I'm digging this armor. I don't know why I never wore it before. Alright, I think that's enough. Oh yeah, we're good. I don't know, I think part of it is just like the lore, because the Dunmer are treated so poorly in Skyrim, even by like other elves. and like the Fulmer, the betrayed, you know, like that definitely comes with you know, a certain stigma. Okay, let's do it. Oh, it goes deeper? It did say aquarium, didn't it? Not like creepy underground stables. So confused. Okay, well I need more clay than that, but we do also have... Okay, I'm getting distracted. Before we close out this session, we're gonna come back and figure out what the hell's going on in our basement. It's so nuts. Alright. Onward. To the Shrine of Azura. And that should be, I believe, in our miscellaneous here. We'll start at Winterhold and see what happens. Probably should not use, like... Probably should not get crazy with the magic in this town. Yeah, they don't like that stuff. I guess we'll put Dawnbreaker in my other hand for now. But now you guys can see, like... Well, we didn't really use Dawnbreaker that much after all, but, like... It definitely has its utility. And you can level it up a little bit more, too. She's literally talking about teamwork. I don't even know what to say about all that. Okay, we have the shrine on our map now. I would assume... Oh, look at these cool arches. I like cool arches. I would assume that there are going to be those like stacks of stones. Oh, yeah, we have to go to the other side. That kind of mark every, like, point of interest. So I definitely distinctly remember having to drop the difficulty for that fight against Harkon. So, and I'm still playing at Adept, which is, like, medium.
Where'd you come
from? I'm waiting for her to say something like, teamwork makes the dream work. Oh my goodness. But, anyway, either I've gotten better, maybe, I don't think so though, or maybe I've just built a better version of this character this time. Okay, I can resist a cave, but I don't think I can resist a mine. The whistling mine. There's always good stuff in a mine. Almost always. Petty theft. Oh, I think I've been here before. There's like not much.
We were supposed to be rich by now, you know. Thorgar insisted we'd be swimming in gold.
Thorgar says we'll find rocks soon. The kind worth gold.
You're not going to, I don't think. Okay, so see, these are the piles of rocks I was talking about. This looks promising. Follow the goats. Alright, what are you fighting now? Oh, this is also a fine use of Ariel's bow.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, it's so good. Bye. I don't have anything cool on you. Also didn't get my arrow back. A little disappointed. Oh, bunny. Hello, bunny. What? Ew. I think that rock just gave birth to a horse. That ranks pretty high up there with, like, Zeus taking the form of a swan to, like, seduce a maiden. That sounds about right. Rock gives birth to horse. Spot on. Hi.
Azura has seen your coming, traveler. It was not curiosity, but fate that has led you.
Sure, what is this place?
This shrine was built by the Dunmer. As our land was scorched by fire and brimstone, Azura's prophecies led us to safety. She is a Daedra, a powerful being who watches from beyond our mortal plane. She has chosen you to be her champion.
I hear that a lot, actually. Very well.
You must go to a fortress, endangered by water. Yet
Oh,
untouched
okay.
by it. Inside, you will find an elven mage who can turn the brightest star as black as night. It is cryptic, I know, but Azura's signs are never wrong. I believe the fortress may refer to Winterhold. Ask if they know this elven enchanter.
Alright.
Twilight
Also, like, it really hasn't been that long since the eruption of Red Mountain, and this is quite the shrine. Like, good for you guys. That's awesome. I mean, yeah, I'm a dark elf too, but, like, you know. Alright, well, when in doubt, ask the bartender.
Turns out who runs Winterhold doesn't change much. Can't say I'm surprised.
That's fair. So yeah, any weird elven mages around here?
The mages are up in the college. You can ask them if they'll let you in. Then again, Nelikar might know. He's an old-timer from the college, but he has a room here.
Alright.
Good day.
Aster had to move away because of the Empire, but we get to stay.
Alright, good for you. Oh, so you must be Nelkar.
My days at the college are long behind me, but I prefer to stay close by.
But can you tell me about some stars?
Who sent you? Was it the college? The Jarl? We agreed there would be no more questions.
A priestess of Azura sent me.
You're working with the Daedra? Right. Now tell me the one about the Argonian maid and the lusty baron.
There's a book about that. Look, I'm willing to pay.
A few coins for my soul. If only you understood the irony. What do you know about soul gems?
They make my arrows go pew pew?
They are, except the gem is always consumed. They're frail, except for one. Azura's Star, a Daedric artifact that allows any number of souls to pass through it. Some of us wanted to find out how. I was working under Malin Varen then. If only we knew what he was really planning.
What did Malin do?
Malin wanted to alter the star. He was dying, disease. He thought he could store his own soul inside, become immortal. It drove him mad. Students started dying. Eventually, the college exiled him. He took a few loyal disciples to Ilinalta's Deep and vanished. Look, I don't care who asked you to find the star, but don't take it back to Azura. The Daedra are evil. They're the reason Malin went insane.
Alright. Say no more.
Aster had to move away because of the Empire.
Alright, let's go to Ilinalta's Deep. Or whatever he just said. Isn't it like in the middle of the map? Oh no. Wow, it's way out here. Alright, first things first. Let's suit up. Oh, I am using like a ring and stuff, so maybe just like my stats are a little boosted? Maybe that's why Harkon went down so hard? Yeah, Ilinalta's Deep. Who sees us? Gnarly. Are we looking at the same thing? Have you been eating the mushrooms outside again? Yeah, he's been practicing, hasn't he? Okay, you just called it beautiful. fantastic guards. I love a little foreshadowing. Ah, we've been collecting a lot of human hearts today. I mean, I guess everyone needs a hobby. I mean, Serana's probably not wrong. I'm guessing that when this was a fully functioning fort or outpost, I'm sure it had its charm. Oh, I hear them creaky bones. Get any pips for that? Oh yeah, behind us. Hi. Bye. I did not see that guy at all, but clearly he didn't see me either, so I guess we're square? And I thought he was decoration. He is not though. No one, not anymore. Ew, you can sleep on these? I'm sure they are very musty. Probably more grossed out just because she said it was beautiful. I don't know. I guess she has spent like a very long time living in a stone. Bo is OP and I don't care. Well, these rooms don't look so bad. They look a lot drier. Although that's relative in this place. I do have to say, it's, after, you know, having played Oblivion with you guys at one time and then coming back to this, I miss my, my Molotong leather armor that has the, like, the detect life enchantment, just like already going all the time. I kind of works out thematically though, because it's like, oh, you're like this, you know, the person who wore it was this like elite assassin, so like obviously they would have like a sense of like, I don't know, how to detect another person, I guess. Alright. Okay, so we've gone the long way around. Not necessarily a bad thing, though. Fewer friends to come and help. Alright, in we go. Deluge. I'm sorry, what? That was odd. How? Can I fire something? Yes? Oh, I don't even know. I expect some weirdness with the new update, so... Worst kill cam ever. We have all these fragments from before. I am hoping that I can... Hello, Conjuration. I can fill like one of the bowls in the house, like one of the washing bowls, and just like fill them with like the fragments we do have. That went smoothly. Normally I'm super excited to release, you know, the captives in any location, but I don't think we're going to find any. Oh, he's freaking out, man. getting a little nervous that, like, my hubris is going to get the better of me because, man, that dragon last week really messed me up. Oh, I guess I thought there was going to be a big old battle here. I guess he did die. Alright, Alright, let's stop back at the house. We have a whole bunch of loot. Well, what time is it? Yeah. Guess we could stop in Whiterun and see what we can sell on the way. Ooh, Serrano, gross. Hi!
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. The finest weapons and armor.
Alright, well, I want to save the gems. But you can have this horse hide and the snow bear pelts. Oh, I never sold this. Well, oh my god. Summon Daedra up to level 36 or sent back to Oblivion. Wow. We don't actually encounter that many Daedra though. Excuse me. Staff of Ice Storms. A freezing whirlwind that does 40 points of frost damage per second to health and stamina. I have a better idea.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need
Here,
anything.
I have something for you.
This better not be all the things you just can't be bothered with.
I mean, it is, but like, this usually. But here. Check out this thing. Hello, Warbear.
Welcome to... Take a look.
Alright, no lockpicks. They're upstanding people, though. Good enough for me.
Good doing business with you.
What a cute...
Yeah, no.
Watch the skies, traveler.
Yeah, honestly, I can't believe all this time I didn't know there was like... Is it here? Yeah. That this was a shop. Probably because she doesn't really have a sign. It's okay. It took many years for me to realize that like the Radiant Raymond's was like a place worth going to.
Turns out who runs Venterhold doesn't change much. Can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah, me either. And Alucard.
Stendar's Mercy. You found it. Azora's Star.
Yeah, it was just like lying on the
Maybe
floor.
this is my chance to make things right. I can finish Malin's work, the way we had meant to before his madness. It would mean cutting the star off from Azora. Only Black Souls would be able to enter it once we finished.
Sounds perfect.
Give me a minute to examine the star. I'll see what we'll need to do. These fissures and cracks aren't encouraging. Malin obviously was growing more desperate once he left the college.
What of it? It's our inn, and they cause him no harm.
I believe he was suggesting their presence causes him.
Well, then he's welcome to eat and drink at home, isn't he?
He didn't. He actually managed to trap his own soul inside the star, but it's falling apart. It needs more and more souls to sustain itself. The star is being used to sustain Malin's soul. I can't fix it while that fragment of him is inside.
Then I guess we'll have to deal with
Precisely.
Malin.
But it's not as simple as enchanting Malin away. He's put up barriers. Souls are only allowed in, not out. If we were to somehow send a soul inside the star, one that was ready to overpower Malin from the inside,
Yeah.
a special type of soul trap, placing you inside the star without fully killing you. Once Malin has been dealt with, I'll bring you back. I understand if you need some time to prepare. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, let's do
Okay,
this.
Stand very still. This might sting.
Yeah, it's an understatement, I'm sure.
First, I'll need to grab hold of your soul. Now, take a deep breath.
Ah, my disciples have sent me a fresh soul. Good. I was getting hungry. Why? There's something different about you.
This experiment is over.
Who are you to challenge me? This is my realm now.
Okay, first things first. First don't... And then... This is usually a pretty nasty fight, so... Yep. Okay. First things first. Okay, I'm not sure if that's something weird with the Sun Hallowed arrows that they just don't automatically equip. Use the rest of that for some healing. Actually, I think I have some. I don't know how many Daedra he can summon, so let's not mess around.
Malin's enchantments are broken. Hold on. I'm going to pull your soul out of there. Brace yourself.
Alright.
Easy there. The numbness will pass. Just don't strain yourself. We've done it. The star has been cut from Azora, and Malin's soul finally has some measure of peace, even if it is non-existent.
So what do we do with it now?
Now, you could use it for what we meant it for, using black souls for enchanting. The black star will never decay, but it can no longer hold the white souls of lesser creatures. You keep it. I'd sooner finally put this chapter of my life behind me. Congratulations. You've changed the fate of a Daedric artifact and lived.
Sweet. Yeah, that's gone worse before. So, let's actually just do a whole new save. With the update, it just makes me a little nervous. Alright, alright, we have to get some stuff back, some Rana.
Anything good?
Keep that. Alright. Let's go back to the house. Drop off some of this stuff. I need to part ways with her and then just get like a trash follower. I guess for now we'll hold on to her, but once we get to the college, we're gonna switch out for J'zargo. Alright. Why does that work? I don't know. We'll empty out this later. And then weapons. I guess we'll put that staff in this tiny box because that absolutely makes sense. let's go cause a ruckus. Alright, that's not too bad. 178. And then, yeah.
Do you need something? I'll be with the Dawn Guard if you need me.
Let's go to Windhelm. Wait, do we already kill this guy? Nah, he's here.
If it's a mercenary you're looking, my blade is sharp and I thirst for battle. Onward then.
Alright,
Lead on then.
I've been looking for you everywhere.
okay, so...
Can I help you?
Have you thought about my invitation?
I've thought about it. But I'm not sure it's such a good idea.
Oh, I see. Is it still too soon?
Yes, I think that must be it. My wife hasn't been gone that long after all. Ask me again on another day.
I'm sorry to be such a bother. We'll talk another time.
East, south, east of Windhelm.
You know about Talos? He founded the Empire.
I was gonna say, I knew that there was like a reason that I always pick this guy, and I think it's just because he's so close. But I couldn't remember if it was to the east or to the west. Alright. It's in this mountain over here, I think. Oh my gosh, as the music changes, it's like car outside revved up, and it's like, I don't know this track. What can I say? I think it's in here. Or is it up here? I'm not really sure. But we should see it on our compass soon. I might actually need to see this on a map. But I think this is the last one. Yeah, there's the orc stronghold. Alright, yeah. Oh, I think I went too far south. Let's go a little more. Yeah, it's right around here. There's also an orc stronghold here. Might be worth saying hello, but yeah, there we go. We didn't like, okay, we just got attacked by a whole bunch of stuff. So, okay, we didn't contract anything. Convenient. Very, very convenient. Thank you. I see the flag. They have like a not really an arena, but they do have like a fighting area, like a staging area. Yeah, this Boethia, of course. That was one of my favorite Daedric quests, actually, in Oblivion. I liked the gauntlet that you had to complete to fight her. Aw, Foxy Doodles. There you go. Seems awfully late to be doing this, but you know, they want to farm at night, that's their business. Oh. Okay, I don't normally like fighting the hunters, but I tried to save as many of you as possible, and you still fought me. So here we are. Take those though. Okay, well you're still aggroed, so... I'm not gonna lie, I kinda just wanna always carry some hallowed arrows now. Everything goes kaboom! That's a bun bun. Seriously not sure how to get up here. That's okay. I just need to be able to get up there once. Usually points of interest have, like, paths. Oh, well here's a road. Like I said, I'm trying. Trader's Post. That may not be for us. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, I thought our range was better than that. Fortunately, that was enough to get their attention. I don't want to get any closer though. I think that's the path I'm looking for, by the way. And this is kind of like the edge of the map. This like outpost here. I don't know why we need troll fat, but here we go. Nice loot, though. Hey, buddy. Oh, it's a grave. Okay. I was like, that's a weird thing to stick out of the ground. It's a grave. Another troll, I guess. amazing. Aw, poor fox. Oh, this cliff here with the ice reminds me of the first time you get attacked by a troll when you go up the like 7,000 steps. Let's put our weapon away. No need to aggro everyone before we even get started.
We are Lord Boethius faithful. Have you come to test your mettle?
Sure.
The Lord of plots, deceiver of nations, devourer of Trinoma. Queen of shadows, goddess of destruction, he who destroys, and she who erases.
Sounds like a party.
Many are our Lord's lofty names, but they befit only us mortals. Intone her mighty names from now until the end of time. It is for her. Names mean nothing to our Lord. She only cares for those who care for themselves, whose hearts are full of purpose, whose lives full of deeds.
Alright. No, my heart is definitely full of purpose, and my life is full of many kinds of deeds.
If you desire a glimpse of our dark mistress, then this is what you must do. First, prove your tongue can wield a lie. Find someone, gain his trust, lead him to the shrine above. Next, instruct your thrall to touch the pillar of sacrifice. Its magic will ensnare him, rendering him helpless.
Yep, I can do that.
Then, girded with certitude, plant the ceremonial blade deeply, so that the waters of his heart wash over you. If your will is strong enough, it will stir Boethia in her dark mansion, and she will appear before.
Sounds great.
That remains to be seen. But if it is so, and if Boethia appears, then we will welcome you as one of us.
You've been a good friend to me. That means something. Fine. What? What? Will do.
Caught my attention, mortal. That is most unwise. Tell me, why have you slain this one who trusted you here upon my shrine?
My reasons are my own.
Indeed. But I abide only those whose will is aligned to my own. Those who oppose my desires perish in the most dreadful of ways.
I did not mean to offend.
Were you certain in your purpose, you would have no need to apologize.
That's fair.
You have much to learn, but you have proven your will is strong, and your heart is devoid of pity. Though perhaps you are not entirely useless. We shall soon find out. Listen, all of you! Hear me. I have need of a warrior. Only the most ruthless, cunning, and I will do. You have gathered here night after night. Sacrificing.
Excuse me.
Fools upon my shrine, and sparring aimlessly with yourselves. But which among you truly exceeds the rest? Prove yourselves to me. I have a special task for whichever of you is left standing. Proven the strength of your will and your tongue's gift for lies. You have shown ferocity and prowess in combat. Now the time has come for a final proving. Are you able to cast aside your honor and strike with the hidden blade?
Yeah.
An astute observation. Skyrim is a beautiful and harsh mistress, but her people cling to such a petty notion of honor. My previous champion displeases me. It is time he is replaced, in the traditional fashion.
Where can I find him?
You will find him holed up at Knife Point Ridge, where he plays king to bandits and highwaymen.
Say no more, he's as good as dead.
Kill every single member of his band. Do so as silently and invisibly as you can, for this is not about you. You are to be my instrument in this.
Okie dokie.
Slay him in the coldest of blood. Do not give him the dignity of defending himself. Once his corpse lays cold upon the ground, and all trace of his followers erased, retrieve my ebony mail, a gift fit only for my true champion.
All right.
Carve itself upon the world.
I like how they're fighting and doing skooma. Amazing. I don't know why I thought that was like an inkwell for a moment, but I guess it was just how it was buried. Oh, Blade of Sacrifice, don't mind if I do. These guys have no money. I think we've been to Knife Point Ridge. We have. We're gonna go to Hunter's Rest and give it a good sneak. Imperials. Let's go this way. And then up. Really inconvenient, guys. Oh, it feels good though. No chest? I'll probably switch to my... Hi! I'll probably switch to my bound bow because I think it's a little more subtle. There's one. That's two. Hi. I feel like I've killed this guy twice now. Like, is it always an Argonian at the chemistry station or alchemy station? Man, I know about people joking about only having 2 nickels to their name, but man, that guy really only had 2 septums to his name. 2 septums to rub together? Is that the expression? Okay, don't mess with anything. Alright. I think that's me. So those 2 guys. Man, the bandit life really isn't working out for you guys, isn't it? Well, that guy was doing a little better for himself. Sneakums. These are good rocks. What is the point of this place? I guess, like she said, just lord of his own. Lord of his own domain. Man, that guy had a bad day. Still had more money in his pocket than the bandits that killed him, though. Cooked catfish. That's right, there's more fish now. What a corundum. Someone has quite the collection down here. Let's not be flashy here. You did hear something. Now you hear nothing. What is the music of night? Silence. I'm sure I have a key for Knife Point Ridge, but that's okay.
I was just hearing.
It won't let me shoot through the roof.
Must be my imagination. Nothing here after all.
Do I have anything stronger? No. I don't really keep poisons on me though. No. I'll take it though. I'll take that.
You have done well, my champion. You have earned my respect, a feat few manage and live to tell about. I shall write your name upon the tablet of absolute darkness. You may keep my ebony mail, a token of my appreciation to my new champion. Its gifts will resonate with your talents. Now go. I have strings to pull that require my full attention. You may pursue your own course wherever it leads you. Remember always this. As you will it, so it shall be.
Oh, we just realized we haven't done her scene either. That's fine. Every time I think that we're done with the Daedric quest, I'm like, no wait, there's that other one. I don't know why I forget about her scene. Probably because, I don't know, it's kind of wrapped up with okay, let's drop this stuff back off at the house. We always have stuff to drop off at the house. We have
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. I've got a letter and a lot of gold. Something about it being your inheritance.
Oh my god, it's because we murdered our follower.
Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Did we literally get our followers' inheritance? We did. It feels dirty. I like it. Alright, fella. He just needs a helmet. Do we have one? No, it doesn't look like it. Let's have to remember that for next time. Two blades of sacrifice. Oh, I guess I was supposed to use those. Oh, what else am I carrying? Oh, like ingots and stuff. Ingredients. Should probably stash this skooma too. Equivalent to feeding on humans' blood for vampires. Don't need that. Better. Yeah. Okay. Well, we also haven't done her scene, so let's go and, I believe we're going to Falkreath. Pardon me. That was a big old tummy bubble.
Everything all right?
No, is everything alright with you, though? What time is it? I believe it's time to get a bed at the inn. No, not really. Chug along.
Ghost is responsible for the cemetery here in Falkreath. I take care of the shrine.
You're a priest of Archay.
I am. We came into Archay's light after the Great War. So many died by my hands, my magics. I'm fortunate that Ghost and the people of Falkreath have come to accept me as one of their own. Could you do an old elf a favor? I misplaced my journal in a cave I was exploring. I'll pay for its return.
Yeah, no problem.
Blessing of Archay to you for your help.
Oh, of course it is.
That journal means a lot to me. If you
A sad time.
Oh, I have gourds to sell, apparently.
Honest pay for honest work.
Why is this place so gloomy?
Yes, and I couldn't tell you why. My wife and I think there's some dark magic at work. Or perhaps Archay's influence is strong here, and he likes to keep it this way.
Who died?
Our daughter. Our little girl. She hadn't seen her 10th winter.
Who did it?
Cindy. Came through as a laborer. Seemed like a decent man. He's stewing in the pit while we figure out what to do with him. If you've got the stomach to look at him. What could drive a man to do something like this?
How did she die?
He ripped her apart. Like a saber cat tears a deer. We barely found enough of her to bury.
Eesh. Why does the town have such a big cemetery?
The cemetery is ancient. It's been here longer than the town. I'm no scholar, but I know that a lot of battles have been fought here over the course of history. After each battle, more dead were buried, and the graveyard got bigger. I heard it's now the biggest graveyard in Skyrim.
Wow.
I just don't understand what kind of man does that.
Alright, well, you know, let's, I assume it's going to be just tons of, yeah, Spriggans. I'm assuming there's going to be a Spriggan mother or matron here. There has to be. I've already seen the magic. Literally see the magic. The color change. It's beautiful. I also don't like being ambushed. There she is. hate fighting them Spriggans. I really do. I don't want to be here any longer than I need to. I feel like, I don't know, the Spriggans, this is their domain. I feel like there must be something inherently, I mean, obviously Spriggans are, you know, some kind of fae or like forest spirit, but I feel like there's something inherently special about them that like the taproot is used for all sorts of necromantic things among like witches and hagravens, so it does make me a little suspicious to like kill them. Like, I think they were here long before anyone else, so. But man, they will mess you up. Dead man's drink, huh? Is that like a dead man's toe? Hi.
Ghostis, thank you. It's a collection of regrets that I try not to forget. Here, I promised you this.
Wow, that's a lot for a journal. Probably should have read it.
Don't waste it.
Okay.
You're going to have the men around here wrapped around your finger in no time.
That's fine. I'm not really interested in that.
I'm sorry, I should really go now.
Blacksmith. Where's the longhouse? There it is. Well, guess we're not talking to him.
Just
oh, you know what? If we do...
Stuck in the sticks with this crazy old woman.
I think we can initiate the process of purchasing another property.
Yes? What is it that you want? Good to see you. Finally, someone useful is around. My uncle Dengir was Jarl until a short time ago.
Oh, that's right.
His old
Didn't...
age and failing health caught up with him, and he stepped
That's
down.
right. We did some sneaky stuff with Dengir.
He now serves us honorably as Thane, and to the great benefit of the Hold, I now serve as Jarl.
Gross.
Come and see me again sometime. I might have some use for you.
I protect the Jarl, whoever that might be.
I forgot we did that.
Wonder what it's like for those Thalmor now.
I don't know. Don't know anything about the Thalmor being
Yes,
taken
don't.
down or not.
How can I help you?
Addressed by my proper title. Twice.
Just my luck. Stuck in the sticks with this crazy old woman.
I've had this glitch out a few times where you couldn't actually talk to him.
Good morning. Come to gawk at the monster?
I hear you attacked a little girl.
Believe me, it wasn't anything I ever intended to do. I just lost control. I tried to tell them, but none of them believed me. It's all on account of this blasted ring.
Tell me about the ring.
This is the Ring of Hersey. I was told it could let me control my transformations. Perhaps it used to. But but I'll never know. Ursing didn't care for my taking it, and threw a curse on it. I put it on, and the changes just came to me. I could never guess when. It would be at the worst times. Like with the little girl.
What kind of transformations?
I don't suppose there's a point in keeping the secret if I'm going to die in here anyway. I'm sure you've heard of men who shift to beasts under the influence of the moons.
Yeah.
I am one of them. A werewolf. It's my secret and my shame. That's why I wanted the ring. It was said to give men like me control. Now, I may look like a man, but I still feel the animal inside of me as strong as ever.
What will you do now?
I've been looking for a way to appease Hersey. There's a certain beast in these lands. Large, majestic. It's said that Hersey will commune with whoever slays it. I tracked it into these woods, but then I had my accident with the child. I want to beg his forgiveness. Give him back the ring. While I'm stuck in here, the beast wanders freely.
I can take the ring to Hersey.
Oh my. You would do this for me? Here, take it. I don't want anything to do with this wretched thing anymore. Seek out the beast. He wanders these woods. Bring him down and the Lord of the Hunt should smile on you. I wish you luck. But you leave here while I still have my skin. Should our paths cross again, I will remember your kindness. Farewell.
Ugh. Well.
You were talking to that murderous savage, and then he escaped. What are you hiding?
Nothing.
What is it? Are you...
Yeah.
Just right. Stuck in the sticks with this crazy old woman.
So how close are we to this thing? Actually, pretty close.
I have a lot of respect for the restoration school. Skyrim could use more.
Yeah. Talk to the gal at the college. Was it? It wasn't Mirabelle. It was the Breton student, right? She's like Irvine. What are you guys looking at?
It happened so fast. 1 minute the dragon was there, the next it was gone. Everything was destroyed.
Did you see where it went?
I was too afraid to look. I don't know what we're going to do now. We have nothing left.
Here.
You're too kind. Thank you. Be careful and stay safe.
Sorry, man.
Thank you for the gold, traveler.
Wow, so rocks and a kettle. They're getting desperate. I remember this being a little bit challenging just because, like, if you don't kill it, like, the first time, you pretty much don't. It moves so fast, and since you can't increase your speed, you're kind of at the mercy of the game. So...
Well met, hunter.
Are you Hersey?
I am the spirit of the hunt. Just one glimpse of the glorious stalker that your kind calls Hersey.
What would you ask of me?
Your fealty is precious to me. I will make good use of it. You bear my ring.
I do.
The one who stole it has fled to what he thinks is his sanctuary.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just as a bear climbs a tree to escape the hunt, but only ends up trapping himself. Seek out this rogue shifter. Tear the skin from his body and make it an offering to me.
The weird talking motion with the mouth is killing me. Alright, I'll do it.
My hunter. There are others who vie for my favor. A bit of competition. Don't dally while the prey flees.
Nice. Very cool. It's actually really close. What about the Lady Stone? We were just there. Bloated Man's Grotto. What a delightful name. Here we are.
do? Why?
I've been told to kill you.
And I would deserve it, wouldn't I? I can't stop you if that's what you want to do. Cursing is too powerful. If you spare me, I can be a powerful ally to you. And I would promise to never return to civilized life. I know now that I can't live among people.
I cannot defy her scene.
So be it.
I don't know. I don't think it's really a matter of defying her scene or not. It's just, this guy is dangerous. Shoot.
Never should have come here.
You've done well, Hunter.
I did as you asked.
And found my favor. That skill will serve you well, child. Look more closely at it. My glory shall protect you from all this world's grievances. Good hunting.
Thanks. Oblivion Walker! Okay, so that was the last one. Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure because there's also the skeleton key that you get with Nocturnal, but that's really become just part of like the Thieves Guild questline, so I wasn't sure how that was going to work. Hi guys. Great hunters, but I'm better. Oh, I'm so excited! We finished Dawnguard and we got the last of the Daedric artifacts. Oh, so good. So I think when I logged in, I saw that I had 40 of 72 achievements, and now we're up to 72. Or up to 42 out of 72. Here, I can take a peek real quick. 42 of 75. Yay! That's exciting. Alright, we need some glass and some clay. Because we have some unfinished business. I don't think we can buy glass in Rorikstead. We should be able to buy glass in Solitude. This guy. What is with the mullet?
Trouble?
Always.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
Will do.
Viren said you got here just before the execution. Must have been a lovely first sight.
Yeah, I've
Take
seen
a look.
worse. Alright, so we need glass. We'll start with this. Oh, let's see what we can sell.
A bit of this and a bit of that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Ah, finally.
back to bits and pieces anytime.
Yeah, I bet you want me to come back. I just dropped some sweet loot in your store. Oh, we still haven't done lights out either. Hey, buddy.
Spare some gold? Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. It's best you leave me be.
Wow. 10:30 a.m. and they're not open? Early lunch, huh?
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. I'll take a look.
Yeah, I guess potions it is.
Don't forget me next time you need herbs or wood.
That's better. We still have a little bit of excess in our inventory, but not too bad. Also, we did buy glass. And I'm sure that doesn't weigh nothing. Alright, there's clay right here. What a weird way to close out this episode. But I have to know, like, this is so odd. Gosh, I'm so glad we switched to this armor. It's so cool. I hope that's enough. I wonder if we have any more mannequins I can put the Savior's hide on. Probably somewhere. Alright, well anyway. Quarried stone. Is it here or is it upstairs? Oh my gosh, guys, this is so wild. We have fish tanks. I mean, it kind of makes sense. We have like the hatchery outside, but like, oh, there's a little boat. Oh my goodness. It's also very dark. Oh my goodness. Nails and an iron ingot. I don't even know what to think of all this. Maybe because I've been playing the same Skyrim for so long. Would I have any nails upstairs? I don't think so. Might actually need to make some nails. Just see if I have anything left in this chest. I don't think I have much in here. Except for, you know, really valuable helmets, apparently. No nails, though. What is wrong with me? Oh my god. Like, Azadol? Oh man. That isn't something worth dressing a mannequin in. I don't know what is. I might just have to make some nails. That's okay though. That's why we have a, like, smithy in our basement. Yeah, let's make some nails. I have to just, oh man, I'm just so confused by all of this. Iron fittings and ghost horns. Goat horns. We need some iron fittings. Because that area is going to be super dark, and then we're going to get skeevers. Is this illuminated now? Oh, good. Oh, look at all our fishing supplies. Oh my goodness. This is nuts. Oh, now I want to know what the other houses have. Can I build anything else down here? Not really into the whole... Okay. Bear head. Leather strips and bear pelts. Let's see what we have. Bear pelt. And leather strips, I think? Mudcrab chitin. Is that an ingredient? If it is, I don't have any. That's alright. I might have saber cat teeth though. Like, well, let's see what we can make in this basement. I've already gone this far. Okay, nothing in there. We do have saber cat teeth. Do we have a snowy saber cat pelt? Yeah, look at this. I have like those forgotten veil pelts. It'd be nice to be able to make something out of that, but oh, I'm just so mystified by all of this. And like some just random driftwood. And some creepy animal heads. We're only missing one. Do we have a amulet of Arcade? I know we have. Okay, you know what? Let's cheese this and we'll just dump everything into our inventory. Let's see what we can make. So we're just missing an amulet of Talos and an amulet of Mara. Alright. Yeah, look at that. It's exciting. Let's start putting stuff. Well, I guess I have a ton of stabs, because I was talking about. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff to upgrade. Oh my gosh, there's just so much stuff. Oh, well, we waited less than we did. Oh, that's so exciting, though. Okay, guys, I really don't understand why we have aquariums other than the fact we have a hatchery outside, but wow. Anyway, guys, well, thanks for hanging out. This was a very adventuresome Friday night. We did some things we definitely planned on doing. We did some things we definitely did not plan on doing, and I think we're all the better for it. So, I will see you next week. Yeah, take care, and as always, happy sipping, guys.